friends. How are you doing today? Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my world. If you're new here, hi, welcome. I hope you consider subscribing if you aren't already subscribed. There's a subscribe button right down there. Next to it, you will find a bell. If you ding that bell and choose all, you will be notified whenever I put up a new video. Sorry. And if you're back, hi friends. So happy to see you here again. I hope you all know how grateful I am for you being here. So, and oh, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It really does help with all the YouTube algorithms and stuff like that. Today's video is a Wip Chat, and if you don't know what a Wip Chat is, Wip, W-I-P, stands for work in progress, and this is my whip. My whip is a diamond painting. But you can also, you can knit, you can crochet, you can cross stitch, you can take a walk, you can do grocery shopping, you can sit on your couch and just listen to me rambling for an hour or so. And chat, well, that means I'm gonna chat your ears off for a while. So let's take a look at my whip. This is called Astronomer. It is by Miles Pinkney. And let's see, there you go. This is the painting. It is a whopping 105 by 70 centimeters, and I love it. This is a part of my Astronomer Diamond Paint Along 2024 event. Yeah, we were a bunch who decided to do this together, and all of a sudden we were a lot of people. I am going to do his face today. So yay, I'm getting there. I am more than halfway by now. So yeah, it is square drills. That's all I'm doing. So yeah, see, 105 by 70 centimeters. It's a big one. What else? So that's the whip I have. What am I gonna use? So I have my trusted Bella Art Nicole tray that I'm using, well, mostly every time I diamond paint. Then I have my diamond painting pens. This is from Enabler's Outpost, from their Alphonse Mucha gem edition. This is Amethyst. And this one is from, sorry, this one is from North Alchemist. He's a diamond painting turner here in Denmark. So on the Enablers one, I have a single placer from Diamond Art Club. It has a glue dot in it. At the other end, it has a multi-placer from Diamond Art Club as well, and it has my own scented putty in it in gingerbread. Over here, you have the regular brass single placer. And up here you have a 7-placer from Diamond Art Club, also with my own putty in the scent of gingerbread. Up here in the single placer I have some Patty Wax Super Sticky. Sorry. Then I have this from Simply Board Tour. I used that for the crystals. No, wait, I used this. So I probably won't use it today. I used this for the sparklers for round. I think I'm done using them, but I show it to you anyway. From Simply Board Tours, it is a coffee pen, so it smells like coffee. It still does. It's a few years old by now, but it's amazing. So then I have here, this is I call it a pen tray and a little trash minder from Angie's Sparkle Addiction Art. I got this as a present, and I love it. Look at all those beautiful, beautiful pink sparkle and colors. So this little trash drill, it is with magnet, so you can know it won't run off. So you can basically, twist and turn this little one and it won't run. I love that. And in it I have some of my trash drills. I have a lot in this one, sadly. And here I have my trusted tweezers, my ombre what are they called? Branded tweezers from Diamond Art Club. I love them. They're well used, as you can see. That's the issue with these pink ones, that it flakes, but they still work. And then I have these, from an AliExpress kit that I got years ago. What else? Nothing, I think. Yeah. I'm sorry, my voice is still a little wonky. I also have my coffee. This is a latte macchiato with caramel. Caramel? What do you call it? Do you call it caramel or caramel? I usually call it caramel, but sometimes I get confused because people call it something else. Okay, let's try this. Do I have... Oh, yeah, by the way, I have all my diamonds in these Elizabeth wood containers. This is my favorite size, and I'm crazy, I know that. I just got 100 of these in from AliExpress, because those are the ones that I use the most, along with the smallest size. So I basically just use these two. So, yeah. But let's get a move on. How are you doing? Please let me know down in the comment field, and also let me know what you've been working on while I'm yabbering on here. We start with the color 3865. It's a beautiful yellowish, ivory yellow, I would say. I think it's beautiful. And we find that in his face, apparently. I have been looking forward to doing his face for the longest time. So I find it amazing that that is where we are today. So yeah, I just got home. I was downtown in the city that we live close to, where I grew up and everything. Because I had to go to the hang on. Where is my Google when I need it? I am horrible with that word. For some reason, my mind won't remember it. Optician. There we were. Yeah, so I was seeing an optician where I've been going for the past, I don't know, 10 years or so. So sorry about my voice. All day it's been good, and I'm going to talk to you guys and it's going to act up. So yeah, I went down there because my old glasses, they were fine, except when I was doing something up close like diamond painting or knitting, then my world would get a little blurry. So, I was like, okay, I need to get this checked up. So, yeah, they had a free spot today. So I went down there, and they did an eye health check as well. Everything is fine. They look at the lens, they check the pressure in your eye, and all sort of stuff. And everything is fine. And then they measure, how is your sight doing? And the last time I got new glasses in 2020, I got a pair of regular glasses, both for what I couldn't see, but also for all the, what is that called? Hang on, new Google search. I remember we talked about it. Construction defects in my eyes. I have a bunch of those. That is actually the biggest reason why I have glasses, because of all that. Yeah. So the optician is the husband of one of my friends. So I've known him for many years as well. I went to the church when he And my friend got married, what is that, 17 years ago almost? So yeah, for the longest time I've known him. And then when he was done, he was like, your eyesight has changed. I mean, your sight is the same when you look far away, but the issue is when you have something up close. So I was like, yeah, well, that's what I've been saying. So he was like, yeah, I'm not sure that you need, regular glasses anymore. I would like you to try some reading glasses. So I was like, oh, so just reading glasses? Like, yeah, let's try that and see how that works out. Like, okay. And then the biggest issue always comes with me and getting new glasses. I have issues finding glasses that I really like and that I find looking good on me. So I spent like, I don't know, 45 minutes running around the shop with this really, really sweet girl who also worked there trying to find some glasses. And we ended up with a good handful. And then some sunglasses. And then we went over to sit, and try to figure out which one would maybe be the best ones. So we narrowed it down. How many did I remove? I removed 4 of the 6 glasses. So now I'm down to 2. And I'm going to show them to you because they're vastly different. Very, very different. Which is why it's so hard to figure out which ones I want. I'm going to put in when I've shown them here. So this is number 1. They have this beautiful dark blue. A little, glass that's been in the seawater for a while. So they're beautiful. They're very discreet somehow, but still a little funny due to the blue color. So that is glasses number 1. And there isn't the prescription glasses in it yet. I've just borrowed them. And then we have option number 2. And they're so cool with this purplish color. They're beautiful. So as you can see, they're very, very different. I mean, one of them is more down to earth and classic. And the other one is a bit more funny. The glasses that I have right now is more like these, whereas these is just, yeah, I like them. What do you guys think? I'm going to put in some pictures right now so that you can see me wearing them. I got David to take some pictures. So please let me know in the description field which ones you like the best. Because I'm having issues. And David is kind of like the same. Oh, but they're so different. And I know. Sorry, I needed a drink of coffee. So please let me know down in the description field which ones do you think I should pick. Because I have until Friday to think it over. So that will probably be Friday early morning or Friday noon for the most of you. And by then I need to go back down there and say I want these. So you have a few days to help me out. Tell me your opinion, because I need it. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing today, Tuesday. And David is on vacation this week. So we've been taking it slow. Yesterday evening we were watching, sorry, The Boys All Night. Have you seen that show? I mean, we just started it. Well, really, David started it the other night. And, oh, sorry. Then yesterday, I kind of dropped in, and I think he was on episode 3, maybe. I just jumped in, and if you don't know it, it's on Prime, and it's hilarious. I mean, go watch it. I won't say anything, but yeah, it's funny, funny in a weird world. Yeah, watch it if you haven't. I'm not gonna say anything more about it. So yeah, we were doing that last night. Then we cooked before that. We did. It's so funny because we were both like, so the name is kind of weird. It is a dish called cowboy caviar. And it's kind of like, I don't think cowboy would ever do this dish. It's actually vegan. It's, with different sort of beans. We put in kidney beans and chickpeas and black beans, and then it's a avocado and tomatoes and bell peppers and some parsley, and then you pour over this homemade dressing. And it was amazing. I mean, it tasted really, really great. But I still have a hard time, seeing cowboys eat that sort of things. It was really great. So we're definitely going to do that one again. But we did that, and it was great. And then we, continued watching The Boys. I don't know. We watched a lot of episodes yesterday. So I didn't even diamond paint yesterday. So I'm kind of glad that I'm getting to diamond paint today while I'm chatting with you guys. So Sunday I had my live, as usual. And if you don't know, I have a live every Sunday. Well, except if something's happening, that I'm not home or something, or that I'm sick. So I have my live every Sunday at 7 p.m. my time, which is 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And all the other time zones, I have no idea. Please, figure that out for yourself, because I would love for you to be there. It is always a hoot. We talk about diamond painting, we talk about life, we talk about, just everything and nothing. Sometimes, which was it, the weekend before this, we talked about pineapples on pizzas, because that is apparently a big thing. Either you want pineapples on your pizzas or you don't. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. So please join if you want to. And I think I can hear my husband in the background. Is he? Nope, I just hear him. He's been out in the workshop working on his bicycle, because it's apparently, no, not apparently, it needed some service and some parts needed to be changed. So that's what he's been doing while I was downtown getting my eyes checked. So yeah, well, first he had to pick up the parts and then finish it. Well, it's been taking him a good while, but it needs to work probably, because, when he's out and about, sometimes he is quite far away. So can you see? No, I don't think you can see my big head. So yeah, and before that on Sunday, David's brother was here because they needed to look at some of all the papers to fill out after their mom died last year. It is quite a lot to do here. You need to fill out a ton of numbers and taxes, and especially because she owned a house, so it's a lot. And then all these numbers needs to be correct, and yeah. So they were doing that for a few hours. And then when they were done, we had some tea and some cake that he had brought along. While they were doing all the number crunching and, you know, figuring out what to write where, I was in the TV room cuddling with the kitties. Pelle, I don't know, apparently Pelle is like, he needs extra attention because he can lay in my lap for hours. And the second I get up to, I don't know, do something else or go to the bathroom, you know, whatever, he starts whining as if he has been home alone for like 14 days or something. Despite that he's just been laying on my lap for hours on an end, you know. So I'm like, kitty cat, please, you can't be missing attention, you know. I mean, last night while we were watching The Boys, he was on either my lap or David's lap the entire time. And if he wasn't, it was because he left on his own. I mean, and he was still squeaking when we went to bed. I'm like, cat, please, Pelle. I don't know. He's a cat, what can you say? But yeah. And Saturday, what did we do Saturday? Nothing, I think. At least nothing important because I forgot it. No, I think it was just doing nothing because it was David's first vacation day. Was he out bicycling? I think he was. I can't remember. See, I have a horrible memory. It's pain brain, and even if it's just been a few days ago, I tend to forget. Sometimes I can't even remember what I did yesterday. So, yeah. So we didn't have Rosa yesterday, Monday, because she was with her mom due to my brother and a bunch of his friends were watching Super Bowl, which for us were, you know, the night between Sunday and Monday, and it began at 0:30 a.m. So yeah, they were up almost all night watching that game. So yeah, so she was down there and we're spending some vacation time with her mom because, you know, here this week all kids is having a winter break. Well, I think Rosa is in kindergarten, but school kids is having this week off. And a lot of adults have off as well because, you know, not every kid can be home alone. David has had this week off for the longest time because his partners in his truck has been from, it's called Funen, an island right next to where we live. And on that island, that part of Denmark, the kids has their winter break a week. I can't remember, is it earlier or later? I think earlier than the rest. So, you know, the other driver, the other partner, is having that week off. So yeah, we don't really have a lot of plans. I mean, we've been talking, well, mostly I have been talking about going to Germany this week, maybe Thursday. So yeah, and then maybe we'll go. Hang on a second. Okay, I'm back again. I was sure I heard something in the background, but I didn't. In fact, I apparently imagine stuff, which is okay. So yeah, I sent a link to David for the movies because we've seen the trailer for Argyle. I don't know if you have seen that one. It might have been in the American theaters for, I don't know, hours, years, weeks, I don't know, not hours, but weeks. But it's only recently come over here, and we both like Henry Cavill as an actor, so we might consider going to the movies to watch that one. But yeah, other than that, we don't really have any plans. We're taking it as comes. I mean, sometimes you don't need to plan everything, just, so what are we gonna do today? That darn voice. So yeah, that's what else? Friday. Oh, now I know what I did Saturday. See, I just needed a little time. So Saturday, David was out with some of his co-workers. His job has this, they do some events over the years where they're, going out as a group. And this Saturday they were watching handball. They were at his, Whip guests. So they had some tapas and stuff like that. And then they watched the game. And then after that, they went to our local street food. Hang on, I need something to drink. So they went to the local street food and had dinner and some beer and stuff like that. So I've driven him to the arena where the game were, and I drove him. Well, he drove and I then drove off again. So he was out there about 1:30, 1:45, and it rained cats and dogs. I mean, I almost got drenched from walking from the passenger side to the driver's side of our car. It rained so much. So yeah, then I drove home, where I basically watched YouTube videos and diamond painted. That is mostly what I did Saturday. I did also watch some TV in the TV room with the cats, because if I were just in here for, I don't know, 10 hours, they would sit outside my door screaming. They still do that, by the way. Sometimes they're just sitting screaming. David told me when I had my live this Sunday, I had closed the door, and then Spark, our little black kitty, had sat outside my door for the longest time, kind of knocking, where his little paws go scratching on the door without really scratching. And he was meowing so sadly, and like I said to David, it wasn't really because he needed and wanted me. No. The issue was that I had closed my door. And my cats, well, I think most cats, don't like when a door that is usually, well, my door isn't all the way open, it's on a hatch, and but usually they can see in. And then all of a sudden when it's closed, that's an issue. So yeah. But yeah, if I had closed the door in here, or they could see me in here, they would have whined at no end. Which, you know, they can do that, but that doesn't mean that I'm going out there. Sometimes I just need some time in here. Get my head some, I don't know, some de-stressing. Plus, most of the time I won't even hear them if I'm in here, because I'm listening to audiobooks. So, and I did that Saturday as well. I am listening to this sci-fi series called, what is the name of the series? I'm on part 2 of, well, there is really three parts of it, but the author is still writing them, so I'm not going to listen to those right now. It is called The Frontier Saga, and this is the part 2, Roadcasters. It is by hang on, Rick Brown, R-Y-K, and then Brown. So if you like sci-fi books, please check that one out. I do listen to other genres as well, but sci-fi has my heart. I mean, I also love Star Trek. So yeah. But I do listen to a lot of different genres. So if you want some suggestions, just let me know. I was looking the other day, you know, at books I've been listening to since 2019. And I think if I really looked, I could find some of my, I wrote a bullet journal a while back. And I think I wrote some of my books in that one as well. But I know that I have written them all down from 2019. So it's most years I have been listening to around 100 audiobooks a year. And I mean, they aren't short videos, oh my dear, books. Most of them are around 10 hours, some even longer. So this year, I don't know, I think maybe Anthony was the one that got me to look into it, because I knew you could do it. I just never did it. You know, listening to the audiobooks faster than what they're usually is. I mean, mostly I've been listening to speed just 1. And then I tried 1.1. And now I'm listening to 1.25. And I'm pretty sure it won't work with every audiobook that I'm going to listen to. But, I mean, with this one, it works. I can listen to those books a little faster, which means probably in the end, I will get to listen to more books. I don't know. And it isn't something that I have to. So the other day, I downloaded one of the thing, you know, I was done with one book, so I needed to download the next book. And when I started it, I had forgotten to change how fast I'm listening. So I got in, and it was just the regular one, how fast I was listening to it, and it was like blah blah, and I was like, oh no, I forgot something. So I quickly changed it. It's like kind of like, was it really that slow always? You know, have I just not noticed it? Because when I can listen to it a quarter faster than normal. I was like, so have I just been not paying attention, or just thought, oh, this is what it's supposed to be like? But I think some authors are reading more slowly. So yeah, and I know maybe it's just me, but I'm a fast talker. I mean, you probably noticed by now. So sometimes it's like when other people are talking slowly, I'm like, get a move on. I mean, and it isn't nice. It's really not. I'm like, sometimes even when I talk to people, I'm like, okay, get a move on, people. I mean, I've already guessed like more than half of what you're going to say by now, because you're taking forever. But yeah, it isn't nice, and I know it. So yeah. So yeah, I sent the pictures to my sisters that I showed you earlier, and I sent those to my sister as well. And she wrote back that my niece, that is born on the same day as me, she's gonna be 17 this year. And I mean, how? Well, anyway, she said, Melu says purple. So I'm like, okay. Well, okay. So my niece says that the purple ones are better. I can't wait to hear what you guys say, because it's so weird. When I found the purple one down in the store, I was kind of drawn to them right away. And it's so fun. I came home and I showed them to David, and he basically said what I was thinking when I found them, which, made me chuckle. I don't know if you know Dame Edna. I'm sure most of you know her. But when I took on those glasses, she was the first one I thought about, just because of the shape of the glasses, and yeah. But I don't mind. I mean, Dame Edna is hilarious. So yeah, I'm not opposed to her, and yeah. So please, I mean, you can say that they look like her glasses, and it makes you think of her. It isn't a bad thing. I know that some people will be like, yeah, that's not gonna happen for me, which is okay. I mean, we all have different tastes. But I need some input. Otherwise, David and I are gonna, those are beautiful, but those are beautiful as well, and they're very different. And I mean, you saw that on the pictures. It makes my face look completely different, depending on which one I'm wearing. So, yeah. But mostly they are reading glasses, so I don't know if I'm gonna wear them out and about. I shouldn't, should I, if they're reading glasses? I don't know. I have no idea. I've never had reading glasses before. The funny thing is, the optician, because he knows me, he knows that I'm also a knitter. So when he told me, he was like, yeah, you're gonna need some reading knitting glasses. And I was like, you know what? He knows that I'm a knitter because his wife and her twin sister are knitters, and that's how we know each other. So that's a lot of fun. He was like, reading and knitting glasses. So I said, yeah, and diamond painting glasses. And like, oh, you do those too? I mean, I haven't really been speaking to him since 2020. And back then, I didn't know diamond. Well, I knew about it, but it wasn't in my world yet. So, yeah. And he was like, yeah, it makes sense, because that's how you notice that your glasses wasn't right, because you're close up and it's small. Exactly. So I'm getting knitting, diamond painting, reading glasses. I'm going to say that to people. You know, my optician says how people are gonna look. They're gonna think I'm crazy, but you know what? They already do that, so nothing new under the sun. Which I think that's also why I like the purple ones. I mean, I like both of them. I like the blue and I like the purple ones. But I think one of the reasons that I grabbed the purple one is that I'm a colorful person. I don't know if that's what you're saying, but I like, sorry, I love colors. I love, you know, I'm not a wallflower. Well, not if I know people anyway. If I'm comfortable around people and I know at least a few in the crowd, then I'm not a wallflower. If I'm all alone and I know nobody, I think I'm more shy than a wallflower. I'm just not comfortable with a lot of strangers. So some people are getting like, oh, she's sweet and quiet and she doesn't really say a lot. And then they get to know me and they were like, oh, shoot, she's not the quiet one. It's like, nope. As soon as you know me, I'm not quiet anymore. When I'm comfortable around people, and you know that if you've been here a while, as soon as I'm comfortable around people, I'm a chatterbox. I mean, I've been that for, yeah, well, since I was basically a baby, I think. I have this, what do you call that in English? You know, the book that parents write in from when you're a baby. And in my book, my mom wrote that I was starting to say, you know, make sounds very, very early. It's like I'm trying to communicate a whole lot. And, you know, looking at people and then doing the gurgling and I don't know what. So she was like, I think she's trying to communicate something. Oh. There's something in the background. I was like, wait, what?
It was just me, honey.
Yeah, it's just you. I was just listening to something and I was like, what is that? Because usually when I'm doing these videos, I'm home alone. You know, David is at work. So I'm just hearing everything. Like, that sound isn't usually there. And what is that in the background? Yeah.
I've got a question for you.
You have a question?
Should we make from a double portion of the pancakes anyway?
Wait, what?
Should we make a double portion? Use the entire
yeah, I think we should do that.
We'll do that.
So you're starting to do those now?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and we're just speaking English for your sake. Today is, I think you know that as well, it is the International Pancake Day. And since David is on vacation, we were like, ooh, pancakes. We love pancakes. And we make these, they're not, you know, these normal, thin, battered pancakes. They're like fluffy and made with not the regular flour, but more a rough grain. I don't know. Hang on, maybe YouTube can help. Google can help me again. See, I love using Google when there's something I don't know. What is that called? Graham flour? It's sort of a coarse ground flour of whole wheat. Oh, they're named after Sylvester Graham. Huh. Interesting. Well, that's what we usually, well, mostly use. This is a recipe that we got from his mother years and years and years ago because she made them and I really love them. And they're more, I mean, you don't need to eat 10 of them to get full. Usually I get 2, maybe 3, and then I'm full for like, I don't know, 14 hours. So we when we eat them over here, you put jam and sugar on them, or you can use what we're doing, put vanilla ice cream in it with some syrup. It tastes amazing. And then the next day, because we always make more, the next day you can eat them cold with some butter and Nutella on it. And it's amazing. And it's a great, little snack in between meals. Or, if you need a meal and you're on the go, you can just have a cold pancake with butter or Nutella in it. So yeah, and you can probably heat them again if you want. Put them in the microwave. But that never happens here. We just eat them cold. So yeah. I can't remember the last time we've done International Pancake Day. So when I was downtown, I had to go to a grocery store because we forgot something yesterday when we were out grocery shopping. So I needed to go in and get that one thing we forgot. And when I was in line to pay, there was this mother and her little boy, and they were waiting to pay as well. And then when they have paid and I've paid and I went down to get that thing that I bought, that little boy was helping his mom, to pack the groceries in their bags. People don't bag over here. We do that ourselves. And I was telling the little boy what a good kid he was. He was such a good boy for helping his mom. And he was like, "We're having pancakes." It's like, "Oh, that sounds delicious." It's like, "It is." So you know what? I'm having pancakes as well. How did you know? It's like, yeah, that is a coincidence, isn't it? That you're having pancakes and I'm having pancakes. Are you having pancakes at my place? Like, no. I'm having pancakes at my own house. Okay. He was like, I think 4, around Rosa's age. So, yeah, I love kids that age. They say the darnest things, and yeah. But he was adorable. Yeah. What else? I need to write my brother to ask if we're having Rosa tomorrow instead. He texted me yesterday if we wanted to have her today, but I was like, I'm going to get my eyes checked, which is right around that time where I'm usually picking her up. So, and I spend an hour down there. So, she would have been picked up just around the time where the kindergarten closed, which would have been very late for her usually. I think usually she's being picked up no later than 3 p.m. And I pick her up usually at 2:30 p.m. Sorry. But yeah. So I was like, I need to text him and say, how about tomorrow? I need to drink my coffee because it gets cold. It's already very, very cold. Not very warm anymore. But yeah. And then maybe Thursday going to Germany. I don't know. There is a few things that we need down there. And then again, need, We could get it here if we wanted. But some of the stuff is just cheaper down there. And then they have this little sort of restaurant down where we usually go shopping after the border shopping. They have the most delicious pitas with falafel in them and a lot of salad. They're so good. And the bread is homemade. And there's they're just amazing. We usually buy a bunch of the bread and then put them in the freezer, and then we buy some pulled turkey down there, and then we use those for when we make pulled turkey, just because the bread is so amazing. But yeah, and we don't have any more of those either, but we'll see. Probably I will tell you about it next week if we go. And who knows? I don't think we will be buying as much as we sometimes have. I always forget to take pictures of when we're getting home and all this stuff is being taken inside. Just because sometimes I'm like, ooh, didn't we just get a whole lot of stuff? So what we're needing this time is mostly soda and some sparkling and iced tea. I don't know, do we need iced tea? I think we do. So yeah, I think mostly it will be drinks that we're getting this time. We're trying to cut down on buying candy, sweets, because we don't need that. I do need to buy some Kinder chocolates for Rosa. It's kind of a tradition when we're done with her gymnastics. She's getting a Kinder, Kinder Maxi. She loves chocolate. I mean, she's a girl. How can she not love chocolate? And she is her auntie's girl, so, and her auntie loves chocolate. David and I were talking about a little while ago, and like how regular candy, he basically inhales it, and I can forget about it for, I don't know, months at a time. And we were like, yeah, but had it been chocolate, I would have inhaled it, because I love chocolate. I really do love chocolate. So I'm like, yeah, we don't need a whole lot of that, because I'm just gonna eat it, which isn't good. So not a lot of chocolate in our house, and not a lot of candy. At least we're trying to. So we need to stay away from the candy aisles down there. So yeah, just buy the drinks we need, and then. But the dumbest thing is, in the border shopping, you walk right past all the candy to go to where you're paying. Of course they do that. Oh, and I need to get some Easter goodies for Rosa. I hope the weather for Easter is good this year, because wouldn't it be fun to do an Easter hunt in either our garden or in her garden at home? I would love that, to get those little eggs and stuff like that. I need to think about that. I mean, this year she's almost 4, so she might understand it. Last year she was just a tad too young, even though she is a smart girl, but it's more fun when they really get what it's all about. I need to think that one over. And I mean, like, I'd rather buy stuff like that in Germany, because in our stores, it's crazy expensive. I mean, most of it is like double the price than what I'm paying in Germany. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'd much rather buy this in Germany than I'm buying it here at home. I mean, I can get her double up. She can get double as much as I'd get her here, just because of the price. And she's 4 years old. I mean, candy and chocolate and gummy bears. She loves her gummy bears. It's so cute. She doesn't drink soda, even though she's almost 4. That is one of the things my brother is very adamant about. No soda. She can get iced tea, water, juice, and milk, which, I mean, what 3-year, almost 4-year-old needs soda? They don't. So she never, I think maybe her mom gave her some at one point, which of course angered my brother because they had this deal, they have talked about this when she was a baby and several times since, that they didn't want her to have soda. So he was a little angry that apparently she'd given her some. But my brother said that she doesn't like it. So that's good. That's good. I'm like, you know what? As long as you don't like it, the better it is. Because you don't need it. I mean, even us adults don't need it. We don't need it. But, yeah. It's just a bad habit, really. And, yeah. Which is why I'm trying to drink less of it. I mean, water and coffee and stuff like that. Last of the coffee, it is basically cold. Well, almost cold. What was that? Oh, something nasty in my... I think that one came from the coffee syrup that I put in. Ugh. Okay. Oh, I think I'm going to stop here. I've been yabbering almost an hour, and I think for once I'm going to try to make it under an hour, just by a few minutes or so. But I'm going to go help my husband making the batter for the pancakes. Or maybe I should just edit this right away. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to go. I'm going to wish you a great day and a great week. Hopefully I will see you on Sunday. I'm trying to make an unboxing this week, but please don't hold me up. And it is vacation week. But if not, hopefully I will see you on Sunday in my live. Until then, take care and have a great week. Don't forget the thumbs up. And bye, everybody. See you. Love you.